Hey, there we go. First time's a charm that time. Usually I get the loading thing and it stops. Hey, welcome to another live stream. This is a continuation of the one that I did yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to follow it up. So, welcome back if you watched that one yesterday, or if not, there's all new things to look at today. So, hope you guys are doing well on a rainy Sunday evening. At least it's rainy here. Hopefully, you have better weather where you are. I don't know. But yeah, that's uh that's what's just going on here. So Mike looks bored already, so awesome. Anyway, we have some stuff to continue on from last time. So it's sun shining by you. That's nice. It's all rainy and yucky here, so nice day to be inside, I guess, and look at some crap. So awesome. All right. Well, we don't get delayed too much here. I charged these batteries. If you remember last time, Jay sent me this battery charger on these batteries. I had a feeling these batteries would be dead, and I think they are. Hey, Taj, welcome back. So, yeah, the charger was blinking. It was trying to charge them. I don't think it actually did anything. The PowerBook I have for this is like in a box on the other side of the basement, so I'm not going to test these out now. But yeah, I don't think they're going to work. So it's dark as hell here and cold. Yeah, that sounds about right, Mike. That's what we're dealing with here, except it was raining as well. So where you are, you might have caught the end of that as well. But and then last time we looked at this little battery dealie, which is for a zip drive, which was really cool. So this is a zip battery. I've only seen these in magazines like recently. Lost forever. No. I took the hard drive out and I put it on the other side of the basement. I know where it is. I'm just not going to use a broken machine to test some things that probably won't work anyway. So, yeah. So this is called Zip Unleashed. A very, very 90s name for this sort of thing. Oh, this camera hates to focus, but maybe now it will. Maybe. Well, whatever. It's a battery pack. I haven't actually tried charging this up. It's probably going to be dead though, but you never know. Hey, Ben. So yeah, that was what we looked at last time, and we have all new goodies to look at this time that I didn't have a chance for last time. So we have some stuff here. Actually, I just picked up some of this stuff today. This thing here, and what's in this bag here. So we'll look at that now. So first up, these were for free. I just happened to be in the area. One of those things where I message somebody and a week goes by and nobody responds, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, are you available? I'm like, yeah, and I'll go and pick it up. These were just cards. I'll probably sell these on eBay or donate them to anybody who wants them. These are Intel quad port server adapter cards. So I'm guessing they're PCI bus related, but it's an Intel Pro 1000 MT. So I think it's a gigabit switch basically on a card. That's not the reason why I picked this stuff up. It was all in a bundle, but there's actually 4 of these. So there's one, there's another one in here, and then there's 2 in here. So I don't know if I could actually use them. I'll see if one of my PCs has the right like PCI architecture to fit them. Might not. But it came with a FireWire cable. So it was nice. And the reason it did was it had one of these. This is an Orange Link Plus. And hey, Greg. This is an Orange Link Plus, and this is a FireWire and USB 2.0 PCI card, built-in one, which is nice. I always wanted one of the Sonnet Tempo ones. I think this is Mac compatible. This is by Orange Micro. They made a lot of Apple compatible stuff. And I Googled this, and it seemed like it might have been. And yeah, so this, hopefully I could put this in like a G4 tower or something and get some USB 2.0 functionality, or even a beige Power Mac. Probably my G3 mini tower, which doesn't have USB or FireWire. This would be nice because it'll fill up one of the slots. Because the problem with that machine is there's only 3 PCI card slots. The Ethernet is slow. It's only a 10 megabit Ethernet. So if I want to put in a 100 megabit Ethernet card, that takes up one slot. If I want to put in USB, that's another slot. If I want to put in FireWire, that's another slot. But if I put in this, that only takes up one, and then I could have Ethernet if I wanted to, and then I could have a better graphics card if I wanted to. So that's nice. It gives me some flexibility. So that's really what I wanted to pick this stuff up for. It also came with this. This is a Q drive, and this is, I'll open it up here. This may look familiar to some of you. They made these drives. They're very popular. These cases were around for a long time. My aunt actually had one that I ended up busting because I plugged the wrong power cord into it. But this is an external DVD burner. They made them of different things. They made DVD ROMs and DVD reader, CD burners and stuff like that. This is actually a DVD RAM R, which is interesting because I only have one other DVD RAM device. But this will read and write regular DVDs, but it is DVD RAM. So if for some reason I ever need to do anything with DVD RAM, I could. But what's nice about this is it's an external FireWire enclosure. So I could use this like I was trying to troubleshoot that iMac the other day. I could use this probably as like an external DVD drive. And I know this will work. Whereas the other one I was playing around with like jumpers and everything just to like make it work and everything like that. And it has this little case, which is nice. It comes with all the cables here. So even has USB, although there's not a USB port on this, but some models did. Some models were USB and FireWire, but I have some FireWire cables, I have some USB cables. I have looks like the power adapter here. Yep, it's just missing the part that goes to the wall, but this is the important part I needed. It just plugs in there. So yeah, this is pretty neat to have in the case and everything. Like I said, my aunt gave me one years ago, and I think I blew the power supply on it or tripped something on it. And in here is this DVD burning software, which is pretty cool. If anybody needs a serial for Power DVD or Neo DVD, there you go. Free of charge. Yeah, so this is an installation guide. Includes Media Stream, Neo DVD, Cyberlink Power DVD. So this sounds like a Windows disk, but the drive is Mac compatible as well. Oh, what's this? Oh, these like extra rubber feet. I guess. I don't know where these go to, but having to redo a backup drive for the first backup taking 85 minutes. Ooh, good luck with your backup. That stuff is never fun. Oh, there's something under here. Register your QPS product. Okay. Registration card. Again, I don't think anybody ever mailed those things in. I don't think anybody ever did. But okay, let's put that back here. So this is pretty cool. I will definitely have a use for this. Even has a little case with the with the strap and everything. Like, you know, I need to bring my DVD burner around with me. Well, I guess you could have if you needed to. All right, so that's that. Let me put that to the side. And it also came with this. It's a Copier Parallels, was it 7 for the Mac? So I think this will work on any Core 2 Duo. Yeah, Leopard up to Lion. Okay, that's not bad. I've used these before. I wasn't even expecting it. I don't even think it was in the picture, but you can give it to me. I'll keep it. But don't forget to mention the Mac Yak giveaway. You can mention it because I forgot the details. You're giving away. Well, you type it and I'll say it because I know it's a laptop of some kind, but I forget which model. Sorry, I'm a terrible person. My high school gave me their Resident Macintosh Plus and 98 iMac, which is pretty cool. They both work. Oh, that's awesome, Raw Elements. That's really cool. Okay, well, I skipped on all the details, Greg, so I'm sorry that I haven't caught up with all of the things. I probably have the video on my watch list. Yeah, there it is. Early 2008 MacBook. Okay, yes. Yeah, so wow. I'm not going to attempt to to give it its justice right now. Here, I see your Facebook post here. Okay. Yeah, so go to the, it's on your channel, Greg? Yeah, it's on Greg's channel, I believe. Well, anyway, there's an awesome MacBook you could submit to win. So I suggest doing so. It's a Mac Greg Rucka giveaway, or Greg Rucka as we like to call him sometimes. So Greg says, early 2008 MacBook. As long as they're subscribed and commented to me, they're entered. And if they subscribe to Mac, they get a free battery. Ah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, that's a sweet machine. Those are always nice machines. So if you want to subscribe and comment on Greg's channel, just click on his little name there. And it goes right to his channel. And yeah, and then if you subscribe to Mac, you get an extra chance of getting that battery, which is really cool. So those systems are really nice. I like those systems. I have a few of them, but they're all like the 2006, 2007 ones. But the 2008 ones are still pretty capable, actually. Like they really are. They're really nice. So where was I? Yeah, so Parallels. Nice to have. It's in the box, so it's pretty cool. Like I said, I wouldn't like go out and buy it, but it was there, so. Mike's late 2008 is better. There you go. Yeah, so here's some of the disk modules that Jay sent me. I have to test these. And here's my Super Drive one that I know works. Well, no, I know it has problems. Let me say that. So let me put that down over here. And we have a few other things to look at here. Then I'm going through a box. So we'll take a look at that. But all right, this is something I'm using upstairs currently, but I think this is a pretty neat find. So these are just speakers. They're just like standard PC powered speakers. So I swapped my 2011 iMac to using a 2012 Mac Pro because the iMac was having a graphic card issue, and I needed a pair of speakers because the Mac Pro only has one, mono speaker on the front, and I can't do video editing with a mono speaker. And if I have headphones on, it eventually like puts pressure on my ear, and I'm like, eh. So yeah, these were a pair of speakers. They were $5, and they're actually not bad. They're just these little powered speakers. They're not in the box. I have them upstairs plugged into my Mac. Open. They're a PC brand. There's nothing fancy about this here. Copyright 1999. So I want to say that these are like from 1999, 2000, or something like that because of the design of the package and the brand and everything. I don't know if they are, to be honest, but they work well. They're not the best speakers, but like they're decent. Well, see, the thing is, I have a pair of awesome speakers, these Yamahas that are sitting under this desk. They're just too big. I just do not have room on my desk upstairs, and these are literally like this big, so they're fine enough just to hear things out of. But I don't need anything too fancy. Honestly, the ones that were built in the iMac were fine, but it's better than the mono speaker I have on the Mac Pro Tower. So yeah, that's out of the way. Let's move these things over so I don't forget that we're going through them there. But I appreciate the offer, Mark. All right, next is this stuff I got a while ago, but it's here. So let's look at it. So here's some documentation. So here's a G4 Cube book. I think it's the manual about the G4 Cube. Let's see. Yes, this is pretty much the manual. Shows you how to place the memory and stuff. I think I have another set of instructions, but this is before I had that. I always like these diagrams, like the airport base station with the G4 Cube and everything. Hey, Demir. And yeah, the battery and the airport car connector. I don't know. I always think these manuals are cool. So a friend of mine had his G4 Cube. I think he sold it, but he stole the manuals and he gave them to me. And one of them that came with him was this Welcome to Mac OS 10. This got to be like 10.1 or 10.2. Let's see if it actually says here. The icons look very early. I'm gonna say this is before Jaguar. It goes over classic. I mean, that's really cool to me. This is a full color manual, which is pretty cool. So you have Mac OS 9, classic version, the environment here. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is like 10.1 probably. Let's see if there's a Yeah, 2001. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is before Jaguar came out. So this is like 10.1 around that time. Please don't crash. I hope your MacBook doesn't crash either, buddy. if you need to start up your computer on Mac OS 9. Yes, it's a nice little color booklet. It's very dated by the looks of things today. Obviously, the Mac OS has changed dramatically, but I really like the Aqua interface, and I'm glad I have the little manual for it. This also says 1999 on it. This is a Palm 3 organizer, like a getting started booklet. Yeah, I don't know, just a weird little thing. Well, I mean, let me put it this way. Those speakers are better than a mono speaker. I think we could all agree on that. I'm not saying they're good or anything like that. I'm definitely not saying they're good. I'm not a fool. I know speakers like that are just crummy little speakers. I actually have a pair of Apple Pro speakers, not the iMac speakers. This is like in the 90s. They're like pretty sizable speakers. I have them hooked up here because I had a Mac Pro tower on the next table. And actually, I could probably use those upstairs now that I think of it, because I'm not really using those down here. I used to have a machine set up here, and then I moved that upstairs. So I'll probably use that rather than these little crummy ones. But yeah, I'll probably do that. So I'll use these for a PC or something like that. Is that acceptable? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I just want to be able to hear that the volume levels are okay. But yeah, this is just like a little getting started with your Palm Pilot type thing. I think it's pretty neat. I have a ton of Palm stuff. I want to do a video on it. I just have to write. I just think of something to do with that. Yeah, if I'm in my office and the door's closed, I'll use the speakers. If not, I'll just use my headphones. But all right, so that's most of this stuff here. I got some fun stuff over here. I picked this up at a thrift store. I think it was like last year, maybe the year before that. So of course, this stuff is not like I just picked up or anything. Some of this stuff isn't. So this is a little joystick for an Apple II, and it's pretty neat. I like the design of it. It's has an original price tag on there of $32.95, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, $32.95 was the original price on this at some point. There was a price on it from the thrift store because I originally saw this and I was like, I'm not paying $32. What's the price? Oh, 15. All right, I paid $15. I think it was on sale too, maybe, but it's all right. No time travelers are shunned against on this channel. Cyberco Pro taxes my 5.1 Pro with a whole 512 megabyte Radeon card. Oof. Yeah, I think the graphics card I have in my 2012 Mac Pro is a Radeon. Was it 5760 or 5470? It's some Radeon card. It has a gigabyte. I'm not using the GPU to render anything. I don't think it can. But hey, Brock, nice to see you. Yeah. So inside here we have our little joystick. And yeah, it's pretty much looking brand new. Honestly, like it's 5770. I think that's what the card is. I don't think this was ever opened, to be honest. There's I think there's a warranty card or a registration card in here. Yeah. Win over $1,000 of computer software from publishers such as Accolade, Access, Vaudeville, Better Working, ComC, Data East, Electronic Arts, Microprose, Mindscape, Sierra Online, Spinnaker, Strategic Simulations, and TimeWorks. Winners can choose for the following options: Apple IIe, Apple II, Apple IIc, Commodore C64 128, IBM PC, complete entry blank on opposite side, and mailed by January 31st, 1988. I think I'm a bit late on that. Yeah, I think that's I think that's a bit late. Eep, yeah, Eep, Eep as well, Mike. That's a little manual. I don't know how much I have to tell you about the joystick. Okay, so like there are different there's different pins on the bottom here. You have to sort of set it. Where is it? Huh. All right, there's like some like adjustments you have to make like while you're doing it just to make sure that you're not gonna confuse the computer you're plugging it into. Okay, that is neat. I do have one or two joysticks. Hold on. I do have one or two joysticks for the Apple II, but it's always good to. I always enjoy having a spare because well, I don't really make them anymore. So yeah, this is a Craft Premium 2 joystick. Works out pretty well. Send it in anyway. I don't think this company exists anymore. But let's read about this. Plug compatible for your computer. Spring centering and free floating at the flip of a switch. Comfortable button placement for fast action. Fingertip control and greater cursor accuracy. Tested to over 1 million cycles. 1 year limited warranty for game, business, or graphic software. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this for business. This is a business joystick. This is strictly not for games. I swear, I'm using this for my business. That's interesting. It does say 2 button, but oh, there's a button on the back. I didn't even notice it. There's 2 buttons here. So, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so we'll leave that there. This is something I just want to show you. I have one of these that's not destroyed. I don't know where it is right now. Actually, I probably do know where it is, but I'm not going to get to that right now. So I went to Macworld in New York in the year 2001, 2002, and 2003. And in the 2001 show, I think that's when these were given out. This is not from there, but this is one I got years afterwards. But this is essentially like an iBook fold out that's supposed to mimic an iBook. Some of these were included in magazines and such, but Apple would give these out as like a promotional thing. This is actually tagged to Elite Computers and Software from Cupertino, California. So I don't know if that place exists anymore, but this might have been the place where I either grabbed this or I just happened to get it from somewhere. I do have one that's in much better condition. This is like half of it's missing. It's terrible. But yeah, these are really cool. I had one in blueberry and tangerine. So I don't know if they did this for later ones, but just a little press handout type thing, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's sad that this is beat up, but I couldn't throw it out even if it's destroyed a bit. Next thing is really cool. This I got, yeah, that, let's see if did I seal this back? Oh, it just taped itself back. I got these, I'm just holding it so I can't reveal my address. I got this in 2014, so this is a while ago. But the contents are cool, so I want to share that with you guys. Tangerine Dream on a tangerine. Well, thanks to Mike, I have a tangerine iMac, so. Oh yeah, here's some cool stuff in here. Okay, so I was gonna pop up something to go with something here, but I don't know if that's there. No, whatever. So this is all stuff I got on eBay from somebody, like I said, back in 2014. And this is a little iMac sales card type thing. So you would go to a computer store and you'd see these. They'd have these little foldouts. What's nice about this is for the first fruit flavored model. So this is the 266 megahertz PowerPC models, and of course there's this lovely lime iMac right there. Isn't that beautiful? So it goes over all the colors: blueberry, grape, tangerine, lime, and strawberry. And it gives you all the specs: 15-inch screen, SRS surround sound speakers, 24x CD drive, USB software is included, Microsoft Internet Explorer, AppleWorks, NanoSewer. Introducing the tastiest iMac yet. This is just really cool stuff. I just like these little things. This is stuff that people usually toss out. They don't really hang on to. Sorry if the camera's not focusing. This little webcam is not the best, but it's all I got right now. But it's interesting because this is the first generation of the colored ones. As I said, the Bondi Blue iMac came out earlier, and then they came out with the multiple colored ones. So this is the 266 megahertz model before they bumped it up to 333. 32 megs of memory, 6 gigabyte IDE drive, 24x CD drive. You have your monitor. You have 6 megs of ATI Rage Turbo graphics. 100 base Ethernet, 56K dial-up modem, 2 USB ports, and you have your Apple keyboard, your USB mouse, and all that stuff. But I just thought that was really cool. I like that. This bumper sticker I will never put on my car because it is too awesome. But look at that. Look at that. That's an awesome bumper sticker right there. I kind of want to duplicate it and make my own or something, because I don't want to put the original on my car, because I have bumper stickers on my car and they just get destroyed, or people will try and peel them off or whatever. So I will not put this on my car, but I could easily, because there's just the Mac OS, there's just the Mac OS face and the Apple logo. I could easily recreate the type and stuff like this. I would make them again. I probably can't sell them because Apple would sue me into oblivion, but. But yeah, that's really cool. So I love that bumper sticker. I just got some Apple stickers here too. I guess I don't think I bought these. I think the seller just threw them in. But these are just your white Apple stickers. You got the big ones. We got the white ones, the small ones rather. And this is really cool. This is a rainbow Apple bag. It just says Apple. I'm not going to unfold the whole thing, but it's just, plastic bag you would probably get if you were at one of the Apple reseller stores in the early days and you bought a machine or something like that. And yeah, so it's just a pretty little cool piece of history there. And yeah, that was my little eBay haul back in 2014 that I kept in that. And I'm actually going to put this with it just to keep that safe. But Apple doesn't sue people. There were some other things that I thought was in here, but whatever. Oh, yeah. See you later, Ben. Thanks for sticking around. All right. So we got some really cool stuff. So, I mean, you guys can go if you want to, but there's something really cool I want to show you. Really cool. We're getting to that. They did do flashback. Yeah. I'm not going to just go ahead and one thing, if I print it up for my own uses and I put it on my car, that's one thing. If I'm selling them, that's another thing. Now, if I guess technically, if I had them printed and I didn't sell them, but I guess some people get around donating them, or I don't, yeah, whatever. I'm not getting into that. All right, next thing is not something I actually opened yet. I don't know if anybody remembers these things. Who remembers the Cyberco? I remember their commercial. It was like Cyberco, CYBIKO. That was their whole thing. This was essentially a Palm Pilot for teenagers. That's what this thing was. It was supposed to be a Palm Pilot for teenagers. Yeah. What happened was I had one. I don't know if I got it used or what, but I had this exact color, the green one. Mine is beat to heck. I don't know where it is. Actually, no, I know where it is, but I don't think I have the power cord or anything like that. Yeah, so you know a bit about it then. But yeah, so this was pretty neat. Essentially, it has this wireless antenna, so you could join chat rooms within I think it's a good distance. It's RF wireless. And so the idea was, it was an organizer, but you could also play games on it. You could find friends. You could get some internet connectivity with it by syncing it to your computer. So I think, yeah, new downloads. So I think you had to plug it into your computer to actually play around with it. I'm not going to open it now, but I want to do a video on this. I've had it sitting in my room for a while. I bought it off eBay. because it was a good price and it was in the box. Yeah, I love how everybody in the box is screaming. That's like the Sega approach to their marketing. Everyone was like so amped up, and I don't know if these people are in pain or what, but this guy is just like standing there like, yo. What is it? What, these quotes just don't make any sense. The quote unquote human is raging quote unquote social animal. Given you are human, hopefully, when two or more humans get together, one will inevitably open its mouth to talk. Like what the? But when you're not mouth to mouth, you can still communicate with Cyberco. Is that really the best way to market this thing? Oh my god. Suppose you're on the side of the mall and you want to play games with someone at the other side of the mall. What if you're racing out of the house and want to pull down your email or write them on the go? This is like before cell phones were popular. Cell phones were popular. It's like before like every kid had a cell phone. But yeah, let's look at these specifications here. Main processor is a Hitachi 11 megahertz H8S2246. All right, and a 4 megahertz Atmel coprocessor, 1 full megabyte of memory, 100 by 160 by 100 resolution 4-level grayscale display, RF transceiver, 68-pin cartridge slot. Remember there was an MP3 player extension like card for this thing. I remember that. Here I go, almost dropping things again. Where was I reading? Here we go. Has a RS-232 serial port for your PC. Runs SciOS version 1.2. There's a bunch of stuff about the RF communications and stuff like that. Requirements: IBM compatible PC. Yeah, I don't think you could use a Mac with this. So, I'm really trying to think if I got this new. I don't think I got this new. I think I got it used or a friend gave it to me or something. But yeah, so anyway, I would be interested in taking a look at this sometime in the future. Yeah, I'm sure any of the downloads are well far gone from this thing. But new software included. You get Rover, Cyrace, Branch, Music Composer, Graphic Editor, Darts, Clay Pigeons, and more. 100 plus free games on Cyberco.com. Actual games and apps may vary from listing. Software included: wireless chat, internet email, online people browser, you and me, friend finder, Lost in Labyrinth, some demo, more demos, text editor, a journal. Yeah, it vibrates. Use your RF communicator. New free software every day. Yeah, this is like a huge 90s nostalgia trip. And does this open up? Yeah. Oh wow, that's colorful. Oh boy. Yeah, this is yeah. All right, so this is a bundle of joy. We'll play around with that sometime on the channel. We have to have fun with that. That'll be cool. Yeah, online people browser does sound wrong. Probably is. All right. Okay, what do we got next? Let me move this bag over here, because this box is going to take up most of the desk, actually. So this, let me make sure. What the hell is that nonsense? Yeah, it's pretty weird, Jay. I'm going to see if it works one of these days. But all right, so first off, this box, I'm going to take two things out. I'm going to tell you about them, and I'll take the box back up again. Yeah, I don't think anyone still uses it. I mean, there's probably still somebody that still uses it, but you recognize the box. Here he is. So, Mr. Raptor there, or Nick, if he prefers to be called Nick, sent me an awesome power CD. I paid for it, of course, but I didn't take it out of its packaging yet. But you put a lot of goodies in the box, so thank you. Oh, Robin's watching. Hello. Watch me unbox some weird crap. yeah, so you sent me, Nick, you sent me this power CD, which is pretty neat. So for those of you who don't know, you probably don't, because this thing is weird. Oh boy, there's a lot of packaging here, which is good because it arrived in one piece. Thank you, Nick. But yeah, so this is a power CD, and basically it's a CD drive that Apple made, and it's dual purpose. So it could be your CD player if you didn't have a CD player and you wanted to spend a lot of money on a CD player, and then it could be a CD-ROM drive for your computer. So I had one of these a long time ago, but I bought just this, and for this to do anything, you need this. This is like a base for it. And so yeah, this thing like kind of, hopefully I don't drop this thing. Yeah, it slides into here somehow in a certain, oh, there's like a lock and unlock, I see. So let's unlock it. Make sure I don't drop it. There we go. And so it's like a, you know, very early, I think it's 92 or 93 CD player. It's pretty neat. So it arrived in good condition. Thanks, Nick. And yeah, I mean, there we go. Yeah, so you put your CD in there and you play it. How about that? Alternate universe PS1 in the comments. Oh boy. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I haven't plugged it in, but I think you can take batteries. Yeah, I think it's like 6 AA batteries or something ridiculous. Like, who would bring this around as a portable CD player? You probably wouldn't. I mean, I don't think it was meant to that. It was meant to be a portable CD-ROM drive. I think it's only like a 1X drive too, so it's pretty slow. But there's your big SCSI connector on the back to plug into your computer. And this is like an amber display, so if you plug it in, you'll have like a little amber light, which is nice. It's sort of sticking when I open it, but it might just need to be cleaned. I mean, this thing is old anyway. But thank you, Nick. It arrived in great condition, and I look forward to messing around with it. I have a compatible remote, and I think I have a cable that'll fit in here. This is like a audio video out connector. So if you plug something into there, you can plug it into your TV. So you'll listen to your CDs on the TV, or I think this is actually photo CD compatible. Yeah, there it is. Kodak photo CD. So if you were cutting edge and paid the extra few dollars to have your 35mm photos developed into a photo CD, you could do that. But yeah, I got one of these off eBay years and years ago, and it was just this piece, not the base. And it was pretty much useless because you can't do anything without this base. Because the base somehow, let me try and take it off of this thing here. Maybe. I don't want to break it, but there. The base somehow delivers power through this SCSI port. I really don't know how, because that's the only connector on this thing. And so there must be some pins that are not used that they're just able to power this thing through. But yeah, I don't know how they did that really at all. The base, a controller card as well. So yeah, there must be something in here besides just, it's quite heavy. Maybe I'll take it apart one of these days to see what's inside of it, because I'd love to pin this thing out, because I'm sure people sell this without knowing that this was required for it, and you'll probably see some of these on eBay or whatever. That's at least how I got my first one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Power CD was a rebranded Philips CD player. I did not know that, but I would not be surprised. That was what Apple did in the 90s. Yeah, manufactured August 1993. That's what this says right on the back of it. And input 10 volts, 1.2 amps. All right. Good to know. So thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. I will be playing around with this in a future video, I'm sure. So appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that Philips one. But anyway, Nick sent me a box of stuff. I sort of made the comment to him that if you're sending something anyway, might as well put some other stuff in there. I thought he was going to include like 1 or 2 things. Nick, you packed this box full of stuff. Not that I'm complaining. It's awesome. But here, let's here, let me make some room on the desk here. Glad you tuned in so you could explain the reasoning for putting some of these things in here. First, we have It's a little dirty. Ugh. A lot of dirty, but that's okay. I can clean it up. It looks like a DB15 to BNC connector. So I guess if you had a BNC monitor, that might be useful for something. I don't think I have any that use that, but that's pretty cool. I think I came across one that was like busted, but yeah, pretty neat. So thank you. I'm trying to think. I don't think any of the monitors I have actually connect to this, but anyway, we got some packing material. Got a floppy disk. Hardware driver disk for plug and play adapters, version 1.08. I have no idea what this is for. You have any idea what this is for, Nick? Because I could plug it into something we could see, but off the top of my head, I have no idea what that's for. All right, this is pretty cool. Greg, you're going to probably be jealous over this. No, don't worry, man. Don't worry about anything being dirty. I'm just joking. All my crap is dirty anyway. I had to clean it, so it gives me an excuse to do that. Don't apologize. So this is pretty neat. I've always seen these like in magazines and stuff, and they're basically like a laser pointer and a flashlight for an iPod. So you put it in the headphone jack, and I guess because the headphone jack has the extra connectivity for like the remote control of the iPod, there's some extra voltage in there. And so it includes snap-on I-beam caps attached to a keychain for easy access. I-beam laser is a class 3A laser product. Do not look into the beam. This is pretty crazy. Find your keys in the dark. Always have a flashlight handy. Use your iPod as a pointer for presentations. Powerful laser beam works with all docking iPods. iPod power, no batteries necessary. Supports all docking iPods and iPod Mini. 2004 from Griffin. They made some really weird things. This is really cool. Thanks, Nick. I got some CDs in here. Aztec New Media Corporation presents More Mac Cube. We have some discs here. Volume 2 games. All right, cool. It's pretty neat. Is there a year on this? 1996. Okay. That'd be pretty neat. And we got another one, Home and Office, Volume 5. And Internet Mac Utilities, Volume 7. These will be fun to go through. They're probably all like shareware or something like that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I'll probably archive these on the Internet Archive. That would be pretty cool. All right, I'm running out of space on the desk here, but so this is the card you were talking about, Nick. This is an Ethernet ISA card. Yeah, it looks like an ISA card. All right. Well, now I have the driver for it. I don't know if I have an ISA PC that needs Ethernet, but if I do, now I have the card for it. So, and I put the disc with that. Thank you, sir. That'll come in handy, I'm sure, at one point or another. Got something else in the box here. Griffin Air Click, remote control and receiver module for iPod. That's pretty neat. Control music on your iPod up to 60 feet away. Uses RF signals that travel through walls. Tiny remote attaches to backpack, bike, steering wheel, anywhere. I don't know if I would put this remote on my bike or my backpack, but that's the examples they show in the back. Oh, your grandpa had software package. That's pretty cool. I never heard of it before, honestly, but I'll take a look at the discs and see what's in them. Yeah, it's pretty neat, just like a remote for your iPod. How cool! I'll need that eventually. Yes, that's the dangerous part of collecting. Like, do I want to toss this out? No, if I probably toss it out, I'll probably need it. So, what else we got here? Another thing from Griffin. Conoof. How do you say this? Oh, not Griffin. Mac Alley. Okay. Icon oof. What the hell? So essentially, you plug your dock connector iPod into this, and you could use a standard USB or FireWire cable. Icon oof. Yeah, I think That's works with all iPods with a 30-pin dock connector, provides USB and FireWire connection, extended 30B connector base for effortless connectivity to sleeve/case covered iPods. Compact size for traveling convenience, includes 4-foot USB and FireWire cables. This is a thing. This is definitely a thing. Icon oof. I guess it's Icon iConnectivity USB FireWire. I'm guessing, but like, all right, I could sort of understand maybe you had these cables just hanging around, but like, what's the need for? Like, wouldn't you just have an iPod cable? Like, would oh, hello from New Jersey. Not as nice as Spain, maybe, but hello. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this is a weird accessory. I guess if you really just didn't want to buy Apple's cables and you wanted to buy this adapter, which I'm sure costs more than the cables itself. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got in here. A big metal thing. Oh, this is the mouse pad you were talking about, right, Nick? Yeah, mouse systems. Okay. Yeah, I think some of the early optical mice had to be reflective. No, it's awesome, Nick. It's fun to have some oddware parts. If I don't cover them, I'm sure Greg will borrow them from me and cover them on his video. But yeah, from what I recall, you can get a pretty good shine on that. From what I recall, a lot of early optical mice needed some reflecting coating to actually work efficiently. So that's really cool. I think that's about it. Yep, we got a memory module here. Looks like it's 2 gigabytes, might be DDR3. And then we have another memory module here. 256 megabytes DDR. Okay, cool. You can never have too much memory. Time for dinner. See you in hell tomorrow. That's very nice of you. I'll see you in hell as well. Thanks for watching. You packed this box with pretty good stuff, Nick. It's pretty deep. Co-Star. What is this? Stingray Trackball for Macintosh. Well, that's pretty neat. So it's like a little clicky mouse. That's actually pretty cool. It's got cleaned it up, but has an ADV connector on one side. A little pass-through. This is actually really cool. Thanks. That's really neat. I bet you there's some games and stuff that could go with it. So I like the clicky sound. Yeah, it does. It does have, sort of have the color of like the PowerBook series would. That's pretty neat. Let's see if there's a date on this thing. Rating 5 volts, 10 milliamps. Co-Star Corporation, 100 Field Point Road in Greenwich, Connecticut. There's a phone number here too. There's a serial number on this. There's everything but a date. Click lock left or right. I guess you could like use one button to lock things. That's pretty cool though. Sweet. I'll enjoy this. It's always good because when I'm like testing out machines on this desk, I don't have a lot of space. So sometimes it's great to just have a little trackball or a trackpad, so you don't have a mouse that you have to move around or have extra space for. Really cool. Thanks, Nick. I think that's the last of the goodies in here. So I'm going to put most of the stuff back in. Now I have extra packing material, so that's always good. UT 2004. Well, my G3 tower does have an ADB port, or I can use an ADB to USB adapter, but we'll see. We'll see if that's the key to beating Jay in Unreal Tournament by using a weird trackball. It might work. You want to try it, Brock? Recap the power CD. So they have to be recapped. All right, because Nick, I think, turned it on. But anybody else wants a power CD? Nick, do you still have the other one? Because might have some people interested. but really cool. Yeah, just a little dusty, but not bad at all, really. And again, I don't mind the dust. Nothing I can't handle. Okay, so it has been claimed, but this is really neat. So thank you, sir. You packaged this up very nicely and arrived in beautiful shape. So it's going to be used heavily. I have a remote from somebody that's going to send. I have a compatible remote, but there's a remote that's a little bit of a different style that was sent with this one. But okay, yeah, I'll open it up. There's a lot of the Torx bits on the sides of this. Looks like it'll be interesting to open, but yeah, I'll give it a go. Let's see what else we got. All right, we got two more things. One doesn't have to really be unboxed. Oh wait, no. Two more things, but no, three. Whatever. We'll just go. We'll just go through it. This night is weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's a guide online of how to open it up, so I'll follow that. I might have to back up here for this next one. The box is quite large. It's quite large. Okay. I'll just let that sink in for a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? I know. I love this thing. So this, as you can tell, the box is a little faded. It's a little faded. But this is, I think that's the original green there. The lighting in this room is not doing it justice. But this is a key lime iBook. And I have one of these already. This is not the fastest one like I have. You can see some of the color is faded up there too. Actually, the color is not too bad on this end, and then it sort of fades. But yeah, this is a key lime iBook. For those of you who don't know, the key lime color models were only special order through the Apple Store online. So you could only get the key lime color if you did an Apple Store order online. Otherwise, you get a graphite or an indigo. This is a 333 megahertz model. So the model I actually have on my shelf over there in my collection is a 466 special edition model, which is a little faster than this. But this is still, this is beautiful. So someone on Facebook was trying to sell it. Unfortunately, it has a bit of an issue with the monitor, and there's something wrong with the sound. Maybe capacitors, maybe something spilled on it or whatever. But it had the box, and this thing is like museum quality, immaculate condition. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to open the box in a second and show you. But this thing is beautiful. I got mine refurbished, so I don't think I had the original box for mine. It just came in a brown box. It's a little wet, like it was wet at one point. But the box is in overall pretty good condition. Yeah, and here's the original. I love when they have the same sticker, the Ethernet ID and everything. So 333 megahertz, color is key lime, obviously 64 megabytes of memory, 10 gigabyte hard drive, 24x CD-ROM. Yeah, the one I had was a special edition, had a DVD-ROM drive and video out. So you can plug in your computer to your TV and watch a DVD on it. No, I'm not going to drop this thing. I would be very upset if I did. So don't even joke about it. So I'm going to open this up. It does not have the accessory box. If anybody has an accessory box for an iBook, all of them shared the same accessory box, the later models. So the graphite, the indigo, or the key lime, they all shared the same accessory box. If you have an accessory box, I'd be very interested in it. Do you keep all the boxes you have? The only box I have is for an iMac SE Graphite, and it's been considering getting rid of it. It's so huge, but perhaps I'm going to keep it. Actually, I have an iMac Graphite DV box right behind this computer right here. It's my aunt's. She kept the box because she got the computer. Actually, she folded the box down. It folded down pretty compact. If you cut the tape, you could fold it down pretty flat. I mean, that's how these boxes originated. So, yeah, so you could do that. It wouldn't take up too much space folded. Because I don't know, I hate to throw away the boxes. I really don't have too much box stuff. There's this, that. I have two Performa boxes, a Quadra box. an Apple IIgs box. Well, all right, now I'm naming it. I have a few boxes. I have a PowerBook box, but not for a machine I had. That's really bad. I don't have too many boxes. But I don't know. I think like if it's in good condition, I'll keep it. If I ever run out of space, they might go. But you can fold them down. But this one's pretty small. So let's take a look at this here. Like I said, it does not have the accessory box as I smash this into the monitor. Let me try and move the computer. Oh, I'm moving the tripod too. We're close enough here. But here, you know what? Let me take the camera off the tripod. Sorry, you're going to get dizzy for a second, folks. There we go. Look at that. And it does have a sticker on it. I could remove that sticker. But the lighting does not do this green justice. This is really vibrant green, and this is like very pale looking on camera. I don't know if it's just the lighting or what, but it is really beautiful. It is beautiful. So let me take this out of the box carefully. So I'm gonna put the camera back on the tripod here. And I haven't actually tried to start it up, but I know the problem, so I'm probably not going to start it up now. But let me take it out of this styrofoam here, and it has a power cord. Oh, here we go. So this must have AV out also, because it has the AV out cord. So this is to plug your screen into your television, and I'll confirm that by just looking here. Yep. And have your yo-yo power adapter as well. So, and a phone cable, because the year is the year 2000, and we need to dial up the internet via a phone. So I'm going to put this box carefully on the side here. We saw the cord in less. I was using a different cord, but yes. So let me see if, the lighting is terrible here. So I apologize. You're not really going to see the same color and vibrancy I'm seeing. But let me see if I could bring this a little bit closer at least. But yeah, I mean, it's actually showing dirt that I can't see. But this is really a neon green. And it looks like a very pale green. But this is not. This is a beautiful neon green. Sorry, one second here. I'm going to open this up, and a few things about these models. One, if you're interested in collecting them or you find them, a few interesting things that I've noted about these models over the years that are very difficult to see in eBay photos, but they usually end up happening. So first off, the Apple here usually has cracks all around it. I could see one minor crack over here on the, oops, I can't even, there. I could see one very minor crack to the right of this Apple logo. Just one very minor crack. Mine actually has cracks all around it, the model I have. So this is very, very, very good condition. There is some scratching on the LCD, but that really doesn't concern me. This could actually take LCD from an iBook dual USB model, but I'm not going to probably modify this one. This one I may just leave. It's in such good condition. I would really hate to open this up, especially because this color is very sought after. Even with the problems it has, I might just leave it alone because I do have one that's in a little rougher shape that works. But the green is just, I love this color, and I'm very partial to it. The other thing that you usually notice on these models is the Apple logo on the back. So the reflection, you can see there's some scratches, but really it's not too bad. The leaf and the Apple logo are still here. Usually that glue dries up and those are gone. I have some iBooks that are missing that. In fact, my original iBook, unfortunately, is missing that. And then the last part is the handle. This handle usually sees a lot of cracks as well. And this handle is in particularly good condition. I'm not going to do it here, but this is spring-loaded. Sometimes people would just let go, and this handle would whack back into the machine. You can see a little crack here. Very minor. It looks worse on camera, actually. But I'm going to gently put that handle back. But overall, considering that this thing is 20 years old, this is a wonderful little iBook. So thank you, Tommy, on Facebook for working out a deal with me. And it is in pretty good condition. Going to clean up that label a little bit. Again, photos do not do this thing justice. I would say this looks like a very pale green on camera. And this is neon green in person. It is beautiful. Any of you who've seen one of these in person, it is a sight to behold because, oh, it is beautiful. Yeah, there is some sticker residue on the back, so I'm going to remove that. That's what I meant. Not a sticker, but where a sticker once was. I haven't tried turning it on. I don't think the battery holds charged. No. What I am going to do is just lift open the keyboard. I'm just curious here. This should just pop right open. Carefully. It's actually, this keyboard has blue accents. I think it had blue. Yeah, I don't think it had lime or anything. The keyboard's being a little sticky. Does not want to come out. I kind of don't want to force it, but I kind of want to make sure nothing like spilled under it that was causing the aforementioned graphics card issues. So I'm a little concerned about that. If I could gently try. There we go. All right, so in here, we just have our keyboard. This is where the airport card will go. I do have one I could put in there. Sorry, wrong direction here. We have our CD drive in this case. We have our little sticky residue that was holding the keyboard back on. And we have our little hard drive. These hard drives are annoying to replace. They're basically behind this metal cage. You have to take the whole thing apart just to get to it. So thankfully this has FireWire. I can boot off of FireWire if the internal hard drive is dead. Like I said, I don't want to really take this apart because it is in such good condition. I don't want to risk breaking it because I've taken one of these apart before ages ago. I did not really have a lot of experience taking apart these machines. I followed a guide I printed out, and I probably should have been more careful when I did so on mine. And ever since then, it didn't really sit 100% right. So I'm going to take my own advice and not do that. But yeah, there's today, Apple doesn't let you access anything. It's terrible. I loved how these iBooks and the iBooks that came after it were just so easy to service. You just pop in some memory, etc. And that's what you could do right next to the airport card too. You could add some memory. So this machine is in beautiful shape. I am very glad to have this and add this to my collection. This is the third key lime iBook I had. The first one was the one that I grew up with. The second one I got off Craigslist for about $70 a few years ago. It was in pretty rough shape though. But this one with the box, I really just wanted the box, to be honest with you. I'm glad you could service those. A far cry from the Apple of today. Exactly. Yeah. So these are really cool. The green, like I said, look up some photos online. You'll see the press photos look really good. So I'm going to put this back. And the accessory box, I believe, would sit between these two pieces of styrofoam. Just move that there. And so, yeah, I'm going to try and just put this back carefully here. That's the only tricky part. Does it fit like that? Something? Maybe? Sorry for anyone who the styrofoam annoys. That was very noisy. But there we go. So I usually don't buy computers and have them shipped or anything. I really don't. If I see something, I'll collect it locally. But this I had to make an exception for because this is just beautiful. So I love this color of this machine. It's a shame that the green is a little faded, but it's a box. It's fine. It just looks cool. So I just really like the look of this thing. So that's whoops. Okay. I'm glad I didn't drop that, but yeah, these handles should not be really loose. So putting that down carefully with two hands. Okay. It's very careful. Yeah, I didn't drop it. I almost did. You're bad luck, Taj. Don't do that to me. Oh boy. Okay. One more thing to show you guys. So you guys have a few more minutes. I'll show you one more thing, and then you guys can ask questions. If you have any questions or anything? This is really dirty. I'll say that ahead of time. Hold on. Let me rearrange the cord here. Okay. Of course. I'm glad I could keep somebody company. You guys probably know what this is just by looking at the back of it. You guys probably already know what this is, but I don't want to drop it, so I'm being very careful. There's not a lot of space between me and this computer, but who could see what this is? Who knows what this thing is? That's right. It's an iPod Hi-Fi, just a glorified Apple speaker. These were stupid expensive back in the day for what it was. It's not in perfect condition. It's really dirty, actually. Like somebody used this, like put batteries in it, took it to the beach or whatever. It's really dirty. I got it from somebody that was in a beach town, so that would make sense. That was one of the advertised uses of this thing, like bring it to the beach or whatever. And this grill comes off to reveal the speakers, which is pretty neat. And this is the marketing photo most people saw. The grill, unfortunately, has a very small nick in it. It's very hard to see. Unfortunately, it only came with one of these little plastic inserts. I asked the person if they had the others. They said they did. They just didn't know where they were. So I said, look, if you find them, let me know. I don't know if they'll ever contact me, but I want to say this is similar in size to the iPod Universal Dock. So maybe those will fit in here, but probably not, knowing how proprietary Apple is. But yeah, you can put your iPod in here. On the back, there is an audio in jack. So you can plug in anything that has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And I'm going to, I have a track from the YouTube audio library, so we'll load that up on my iPhone 6 here, which I have plugged in. And we'll see how it works. I think there's a light over here. Yeah, there's a light here. But there's no power switch or anything, so it's like, if it's on, it's on. Did they have issues? I don't think they had issues. I just don't think this was that popular. So not a lot of people bought it. One of the last times I visited the Apple store in California, not the Apple store, but the headquarters, they had a big poster of this. So it was about the time this came out. So it was around, I want to say this was like 2005, about that time, roughly. So is there a year on this thing? It just says iPod on the bottom. That's kind of funny. Yeah, 2005. Model number A1121. That's funny. It says iPod and not iPod Hi-Fi, but 2006. Killed in 2007. All right. Well, it has a copyright date of 2005 on it. So yeah, that sounds about right. May have just not released it for a while, but yeah. So this, I mean, there are two volume buttons on the top here, and then there's that dock to plug in your iPod. So I don't have a 30-pin iPod right here to plug in. I do have one. I just don't have it with me. But I loaded up some stuff from the YouTube audio library. We're just going to see how it sounds. The same intro music you heard if you watched the Mac84 podcast. Sounds pretty good. And there's a surprising amount of bass on this thing, actually. You've been addicted to the song since the episode. I have to admit, it is a bit of an addicting song. That's awesome. It's actually called Power Up, and I'll link you to the YouTube audio library. It's rare that you find a song in the YouTube audio library where it's like, that's a good song that I want to use for my content or whatever. Not that they're not good. I'm just saying that a lot of them aren't what I'm looking for, or they're not the right length or whatever. So this one's called Power Up. It's by Jeremy Blake. And can I link directly to this? No, I cannot. But if you go here, and you type in the word power up, POWERUP, all one word, you could find the track easily and download it. Listen to it to your heart's content. But it worked out pretty good because it's about, how long does it say? It's a 4-minute and 46-second song. And we usually have like a 5. I pushed the down. Oh, okay. So when you push the arrows, the light goes on. That's pretty cool. This originally came with a remote, I think, too. But anyway, that track worked out pretty well because MacYak usually has like a 5-minute waiting period for our podcast. And like we'll go live and there'll be like a countdown. So that track fit out and beautifully. And there was a cool little intro that I did that was fun. So yeah, so this works pretty great. It's pretty loud too. I'm surprised. Yeah, if I clean this thing up, this would be fun to use actually. The only thing is it's not, it doesn't have Bluetooth, but there's an audio in jack. I actually have a Bluetooth to audio adapter, so I could use that. I've seen some people open these up and modify them themselves, but I'm not going to go through that. I'll just leave it the way it is. Yeah, and this looks pretty neat. Here's the infrared receiver. So if I have a remote, I could, control it. Because I think this came with an Apple remote and those inserts. That's the only thing I had. There was a guy selling one like in the box, complete. This is an iPod Hi-Fi, not a HomePod. Obviously, but no, I would probably prefer this because it looks cool. Yeah, so the front row remote that Taj is mentioning, the little white one that shipped with a lot of the early, with the G5s and the iMacs and the Intel early iMacs, that came with this. And then, so this is missing the remote. It's missing the plastic inserts that come on the bottom here. This looks like it's for an iPod Nano. So that was probably what the person had. Yeah, it's missing those things. Not a deal breaker. I saw some guy who had one with the box, beautiful condition. He wanted $400 for it. I'm not paying $400 for a speaker. It's ridiculous. What are the inputs on it? 30 is a little... Yeah, so there's a auxiliary input, which is just your standard 3.5 I guess it's millimeter headphone jack. And yeah, so that's what you got on the back. You got a power connector. So just takes your standard figure 8 power lead here. And what's cool is you could actually fill this thing with batteries. So if you were bringing it to the beach or whatever, excuse me, I'm going to use this to unscrew the battery compartment there. And you can see the lighting is terrible here. I apologize, but yeah, put some shadow over it. You can see that's where you will put your D batteries in there. So yeah, that's how many does it fit? 1, 2, 3, 6 D batteries. Oof, that adds a bit of heft to this. There's a little sticker with the serial number there. Yes, this is a pretty unique Apple device. Like Taj was saying, they only sold them for about a year or so. Remember, Steve Jobs famously said he replaced his hi-fi with this, which the crowd actually laughed at him when he said that because everyone was assuming Steve Jobs has this crazy expensive audio system and he will replace it with this. Like, all right, you're a little crazy here, but yeah, I mean, I can imagine you're going to the beach, you bring a boombox with you. I guess you could have done that with this. I don't know. This definitely has a lot of grime on it, so maybe they did that with this. Yeah, if you could find one for a good price, I mean, the audio quality is pretty good. Just make sure that it has the grill on the front. Try and test it. There's no power button, so just plug it into the wall, plug in an audio source. And I think if you tap the minus or plus button up top, you'll see this green light flash. Now you know it's getting power. Let's see. Yeah, if there's... Yeah, see there, it's like blinking orange because I have nothing plugged in, no auxiliary or anything. But it will light up green as you press the button. But if I plug this in, oh, now it's still doing orange. Whatever, I don't know. Let's play a little music again. Yeah. Let's see how loud it'll go. Very loud, very loud, very loud. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so that's the iPod Hi-Fi I wanted to show you guys, which I thought was really neat. I'm gonna unplug it for now. We should we should plug the power CD into it. Who wants me to plug the power CD into it? That'd be awesome. This is like the thumbnail of the video now. A typical like YouTube thumbnail, like. And take it to the beach. Yes. All right. So we got 6 D cell batteries, 6 AA's, and a CD collection. I'm tempted to plug this in. All right. You guys have been patient. You've been watching all night. Let me get the power cable. We'll try and plug it in. How about that? Yeah, go to Starbucks with this thing. They'd probably kick me out. All right, let me find. I have to find either 6 AA batteries or my PowerBook 100 series power adapter. I think there was one right around here. Hold on. You guys groove to the royalty-free music. Let me look for a cord. It's got to be one around here somewhere. I know I have one that doesn't work. I just want to make sure I don't plug that out and ruin the power CD. Yes, intermission. Go get a drink. Use the restroom. This is going to get fun, hopefully. Okay. I think I found it. Let's see if this will work. Let's see. Oh boy, what am I reading here? It's a Mac84 theme song. Yep. Steal Mac84's Apple III. No! All right. So let's pause this music here. And I have a power cord. So let me readjust this whole table setup we got here. There we go. All right, let's match. Oh, ugh. All right, did not work with this. The PowerBook 180 I tested did not work with this. And that was June 2018. It says PowerBook AC adapter, 0.35 amps. Does not say. Oh, okay. 7.5 volts. What does this say on it? Oh, I have to take the base off of it. I just want to make sure I don't fry the thing. I know, I'm trying not to drop anything. Okay, so this is 10 volts, 1.2 amps. 7 volts, 2 amps. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but yeah, so you tested it with a PowerBook 100 adapter. This is a PowerBook adapter, but it did not work on my PowerBook. I just don't know if there was something wrong with the adapter, but I mean, it didn't hurt the PowerBook, so hopefully it won't hurt the power CD. So the hard part is finding a spot to plug it into. I have this extension cord. Hold on. My mess of cables that's behind me. Okay. Yes, when we have our recapping party. Mostly be for my benefit. Alright, I don't know what this is plugged into. Oh, I know what that was for. we can unplug that. Okay. Okay. Our power cord into our extension cord. Let's make some room here so we're not going to drop anything, huh? Okay. All right. Yeah, if if this all goes bad, it's been nice knowing you guys. All right, let's plug this in here. Lock it into its base. Got the power cord. Nope, nothing. It might just be the power cord's bad, to be honest. Oh, well, that would explain it. Let me unplug this. Ah! The tip of this power cord looks like it, I don't know if the power CD ate it. Hold on. Or if it was always loose, but yeah, I could put batteries in it, I guess. I don't want to like break the battery door though. Let's plastic is always so brittle. I'm being very gentle with this. So I don't want to break the plastic. Whoop, okay. Almost dropped it there. How many batteries does this thing take? Holy crap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 batteries? It takes 8 batteries. All right, I'll get some batteries. Hold on. Yeah, I almost dropped it there. Well, let's leave this on the table. Let me get some batteries. I'll be right back. Okay. We have batteries. Yeah, I have a working PowerBook adapter, but that one obviously doesn't work. So, okay, we have 8 batteries. 8 AA batteries. I dropped the battery. I am not doing well these days. All right. Putting them in backwards. Wow. Oh, boy. At least I'm just dropping batteries here. Yeah, I don't know how long this thing would last with the batteries, but... See you, Demir. I'll let you know if this blows up or not. I'm just very clumsy, that's all. All right. Got the batteries in. Let's see. See if I got the polarity correct on them. There we go. It turns on. How about that? Let's plug in our speakers. I need a CD. I hope this plays Burn CDs because that was the only one I found. And this is Sonic and Knuckles 3, GMY to MP3 CD. So the ROM files for these Sonic games had GMY files, I think, or somebody extracted them. This is like from high school. This is like, oh, this is years old. I don't even know if this CD still works, but it was one I like had around there. Well, here, let's see if it likes this. If not, I'll find a regular CD, but I don't know if I can play it due to... Oh, that's right. So you put the CD in here. So you load the CD like this. You have to place it like this. And then you close it. That's how it works. The lens might also be dirty, so it might also work, but... Try turning it on and off again. I'm not hearing it spin up. That's a little concerning. It's not even trying to spin the CD, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like silent. That's weird. You did get to play disc. Okay. Maybe it's just... Yeah, it's strange. Let me try like an actual CD. Let's see. I have Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. I think if I put the audio CD in here, I'll play some of the audio tracks. It might not actually, but I'm just seeing if it spins. That's all. I'm trying to listen. Let me get an actual audio CD. Excuse me. Getting up a lot in this show. All right, let's try this. You just think it's finicky. All right, it may be. Put Sonic Sonic Adventure back. And so we have a CD here. Let's try it. I hear some faint noises, but I can't tell what it's doing exactly. Do I have to press anything but play, Nick? Do you think? If I hit play, the entire display like blinks for a second. Let me see. I'm going to put the CD in a particular spot. And let me see if it spins. Yeah, the LC, it's amber. It's just the lighting washes it out. So there is the LCD displaying, but oh, it actually says error, ER. It actually did not spin the disc. Maybe if I tilt it, maybe that'll help it. You said you got to play a disc, Nick? I remember the tracks would load, press play. I don't remember it making noise when it played. Okay. Huh. Yeah, this is just a regular CD. It says error again. Maybe it's just the lens is dirty. I mean, that could be it. It could be a number of things. Could be a bad belt or something, but let me try turning it off and just let it sit for a bit. Just coming in. Yeah, so let me bring the camera closer actually, because the lights I have in the basement are a little overpowering right now. But when I turn it on, you'll see the display is orange. Which is pretty neat. And yeah, so it just does that. And if I hit play, yeah, nothing really is happening, unfortunately. So it's unfortunate. Maybe we could get it working now. If I press anything, it just says error. Like if I press stop, if I press mode, I don't know if something's just like acting up with it or what, but I'll see. I'll see if I could mess around with this thing or not. But we'll try one more time. Yeah, it's the power, not CD. That's what it is. Yeah, maybe it just something might have got jostled around in shipping, maybe. Huh. Yeah, I mean it's a little loose. Hold on, let me put this back here. Yeah, because I don't even see it like spinning the disc where it should. Like that motor isn't even working. Yes, it can connect to the iPod Hi-Fi. It is in the locked position as far as the base goes. There's a volume wheel, a headphone jack, and a speaker jack. There's a power button and open button. There's a mode button, but pushing it just says error. Then there's stop, pause, play, next, previous. None of those want to do anything, unfortunately. Yeah. How about this? I'm going to get a Q-tip and some isopropyl alcohol. We'll see if I could clean the lens just enough. Yeah, see, it's not spinning at all, so I mean, first off, I cannot recall 100%. Maybe Nick, maybe you know. But when I press the open button, it kind of just doesn't really do anything. I have to pull it. I don't know if that's standard or not, but yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, there are sensors here for when I close it. And I believe that all of them are working. Yeah, I have my other power CD. I honestly don't know where it is. It's probably in my parents' house still. Um, so I can't test that right now. See, when it's opened, it doesn't really have a different behavior though. So I'm curious. Let me get something to clean it with. It should pop open. So maybe something got broken, because if I do this, it unfortunately just sits there. So Dana, you says yours actually like springs open a bit? Because mine just releases itself. At Mac84, we don't call things quit. We obsessively work on them until we pull our own hair out. To your recollection, yes. Okay. I don't know, Nick, if you recall what happened when you pushed the button. Maybe something got jostled in shipping or something. But let's try again. No, the power adapter I have unfortunately doesn't work. The tip is a little weird at the end. So I put batteries in, fresh, brand new batteries. So the batteries should do it. But hello. I'm gonna let it sit here for a bit. I'm just gonna go get some rubbing out cleaning thing. And if that doesn't work, we'll quit. But let me go grab that real quick. See if that wants to resolve the problem we're having here. Okay. And we are back. Let me just find the cleaning thing. I have these little things here to clean. Yeah, nothing I don't think I haven't tried. But thank you for looking at that. I had some alcohol here. Where'd it go? I usually like to move it away when I'm working on stuff so I don't spill it. Let me get up and look, because it's probably like right in my plane of sight and I cannot find it. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I moved it over here. Oh, I know where it is. Let me grab it. Okay. Self-destruct mode. Yes, it is a Blue Yeti mic. I use that for doing the voiceovers in my videos. I love that microphone. It works very well. Okay. All right. Let's not drop this now. Yeah, honestly, a friend of mine gave it to me. They weren't using it when I was talking about getting a microphone. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, take it. I'm like, okay. I love it. It has a bunch of different modes and everything. All right, so we're just gonna carefully. All right. Let's see if that helps. How long did it take to detect the tracks, Nick? Do you remember? 8 AA for an hour of use. Ugh. And it's still, unfortunately, not doing it. Yeah, within a minute. All right, I'm going to let it sit for a minute. I'm going to grab another CD just in case it doesn't like this CD. And that's the last thing we'll try. Okay. All right, so of course the CD I grabbed doesn't have the CD in the case. All right, this will be the last CD we try. It's not even spinning the disc at all, which makes me think there's a problem with the motor. Could just be like a little piece of plastic that broke during shipping or something. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't well packed, it was, but old things be sensitive. Let's see what I got here. It's the right bit for it. Should we try and open it up, or are you all bored of me? Now I'm gonna try cleaning it one more time. I don't think that's the. I don't think it's that though. But all right, everybody type the word. Everyone type the letter F if you want me to open it up, or we'll do it in another stream. Yeah, it might be the motor. It might be one of the little rubber bands that are in the motor that help it move. That might be the problem. Those deteriorate. Let me try holding the door closed. I hear something moving inside, but it's definitely not the motor spinning. So that is unfortunate, but hopefully we could get it working. That would be nice. Let's see what we got here. I'm not dropping. I'm just going to see how easily this thing comes apart. You used 2 different size bits, Apple? Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, Apple, Apple, Apple. Yeah, I actually have Apple design speakers that match this power CD, which is why I was so interested in getting one, Nick, because it would be nice to have them complement each other. Let's see. And these sort of fit. I don't want to strip the screws, but I really need one of those like iFixit sets that like has all the weird screws. Yeah, still going. The power CD will turn on, but no signs of life other than that. So, I'm curious. I have no idea how this thing comes apart. Oh, okay. Just comes right off. All right, so these sides just come off. That's kind of promising here. I guess by the SCSI, there's 2 more screws by the SCSI port. Maybe that's all that's left. Don't want to lose those screws. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's the guts of it. For this many screws, I don't need a screw tray. Anything higher than this, I would. But here we go. This is the inside of a power CD. That is pretty neat. Let's adjust this here. Okay. There's some I don't know if it's corrosion or what, but there's like little specks of white on the board. Actually you could see it on here. Like you can see right here. You can barely see it. Those like little white marks. I don't know if it's just like dust or debris or corrosion or what, but all right, here's gears. Here, oh no, we can't. Fudge. I was gonna say let's power it on, but we can't power it on because the base, I think, would block the area I'm looking at. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help me here. Okay, well, this looks like it's going to get complicated pretty quickly, but let's dig a little deeper. Yeah, it looks pretty cramped. I will tread carefully. Famous last words. I'm actually going to take a picture of what this looks like now, just in case I forget. Okay, let's unplug this cable first. Well, there's like a, well, I guess let's unscrew this because there's like a weird holder that's holding that cable in. So I won't touch that just yet. I'll use this CD case. Oh, those are long screws. Those are pretty long. So welcome back, Taj. We're taking it apart. A piece of dust just fell out of it, or what I hope is dust. All right, so let's see. Does this board come out? There's two boards here, it looks like. They're like sandwiched together here. Let me take this CD out. Oh, there's actually like a plastic clip here. Oh, that's annoying. I bet you this is going to snap because it's so brittle. There's actually two. Oh, no, that should be okay. I don't think that's holding it in. Oh, I bet this power button is holding the whole unit in. I bet you have to lift this up and pull it. Yeah, that's what I have to do. There we go. That was the trick. Okay, oh, there's a ribbon cable that I don't want to rip. I do not want to rip that ribbon cable. Yeah, I don't want to break that. I'm not seeing a lot of components. I'll give it that. Let me see if I could take out this cable somehow. Yeah, all right, this sleeve goes down. This cable should come out. Ah, there we go. Okay, much better. There was this little ribbon cable here I did not want to rip. So, yeah. Oh, nice. It's always fun playing around with old devices like a smartphone or an iPod or whatever. All right, so let's unplug this guy here. All right, so that's that essentially. So here's where the motor is. It looks like it's all in this area. Oh, what is this? I don't know if this is glue or capacitor glue. We'll wait for this to focus. Right here, there's like brown. I don't know if that's just glue or goo. It's all over here. Let me try and clean it. Let me see if it goes away. It's right by the SCSI connector too. It's brown. It might be goo. I don't know what this is, to be honest, but it's across all of those pins there. And it's brown. I don't see any caps on on the board, I see like these little solid state ones here. You'll see the. We'll wait for this to focus here. I see these little guys. These ones here. So these are not like the ones I'm. Okay, so maybe the caps are in the base, but yeah, I'm just gonna try and clean this. I mean, there's a lot going on here, so it's not even all of it's like coming off. So it looks like, I don't know. These are huge solder joints, so it could just be like debris. This is a really tightly packed board. There's a lot of resistors and components and stuff. Yeah. Not exactly what I was envisioning doing tonight, but I really wanted to plug the silly power CD into the iPod Hi-Fi. But, well, I guess we have it plugged in, it's just not working. That's disappointing. But, let's see. All right, anything else to check on this thing? Yeah, I'm just surprised, Nick, because you mentioned it works. I'm just like trying to figure out like from there to here what could have happened. Everything looks like it's pretty intact. I see some Philips branded components, these little blue guys here. So that's interesting. I'm gonna see if I could get to this part here, because that's the motor. Yeah, let me unplug this here. So that's the infrared connector there. Oh, and then there's, oh, that's enough movement here. Well, I appreciate you're trying to help me out there. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything too special about it. It's interesting. This lid, the lid itself has like a bunch of wires coming from it. And then that goes to the board there. So that's interesting. This whole section is metal. I'm trying to see how. I don't know how this could come off, to be honest with you. Oh, all right, here's the spring for the door. So here's the connector for the motor and everything, but everything is in this little metal box. So I honestly don't know. I mean, there's a gear here. Where does this gear go? This gear, where does it go? It touches what? I guess that's just. Oh, that's just when it opens. All right. So that gear doesn't help. So I want to get open. I want to get this open, but I don't see any way I can because this is all metal. Without clipping this metal, I don't think I can get into this mechanism here, which is unfortunate because this is like all the CD reading components here. Oh, maybe the bottom. Does it come out from the bottom? It might come out from the bottom here. Oh, all right. This comes off. Let's. This metal piece separates to a degree. There we go. Ah. Okay, so this is coming off. And just being very careful here. Okay, there we go. Oh. Yeah, I'm moving this iPod Hi-Fi. I don't want to break this thing. I'll move this out of the way. Okay. All right. So this is what we're dealing with now. All right. So let's see. Is there anything? Yeah, there are these little rubber holders that hold this onto here to kind of act like as a gyro thing to like let it move around. No, there's plastic. There's plastic, Jay. There's plastic. I'm not sliding it directly on the board. Don't worry. I wouldn't do that. So I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how this rubber would come off. We're still at a crossroads here of how to separate this. Unless this metal plate comes off. This metal plate has to come off. There's a part number here. There's a little number here, CDM-9/44. All right, so looks like that's probably the Phillips part. Let me move this here. Well, at least I know how to open them. Yeah, this is like one. Yeah, I see what this is now. This is like a fully. Oh, I could probably do that. Let me do that. That might be able to do it. Oh, yeah, maybe something rattled around, Nick. I guess that's some advice for when you ship the other one. Let's see. I should be able to just. Because there are like clips here that hold this metal thing in. Trying not to stab myself at the same time, but there's like jagged metal all around me. This will not end well, gentlemen. Ow. Yeah, so for those of you who just are joining, we were trying to make a power CD work. And yeah, I see the motor here. But yeah, I don't know really. Yeah, let me do this. Let me take this cable off here. I'll do that carefully. Just trying to get this connector off without breaking anything. There we go. Oh, you're so close. There we go. All right. So now this cable can come out. I can separate all these parts here. We have power, but we're lacking CD. So here's the culprit here. We can't get to the back of this because of this metal plate here, which there's all cutaway pieces. Yeah, and I don't see if there's a way to. I guess I could push these rubber things in. Let me try that. Now that it's free, I can move this around a little bit better. This metal is sharp though. Because that wouldn't make sense if this was that hard to service. But okay, I think this will work. Yeah, I think this will work. There we go. We got one. Let's say, it can't be that complicated. We got two. So this turned into a fixing video, but that's okay. This one's being more stubborn. This metal is super sharp. This is not the most fun thing to work on. I have to get like one of those overhead cameras. I don't know what I'm going to do. It can't be that complicated. Yeah, that's a good quote of mine. Oh, come on. Come on. The other ones were very easy to do. We have to do it from this side. So there's basically a small hole, and then these rubber feet basically have to be like shoved back in. But it's like they're very small. And I could sort of get some of them in. But you have to like get all of it. Yeah, if I don't want to break it too, so I'm just trying to be gentle here. See, once I get I could shove some of it in there to go through, but then when I lift the tool up, it comes back out. So okay, got half of that one in there. All right, one more foot to go. Also trying to be careful because there are two cables here I don't want to rip. Ow. And again, the sharp metal is not feeling pretty good. All right, we got it. I think. Maybe? Yes? No? Okay. Well, the whole point of that's a strong magnet. The whole point of this was to see if there were any bands or anything about the motor that like would have caused it to not work. But from what I could see, that's it. It's pretty simple. There's the laser and there's the motor. What I'm going to do is there's a part number on this motor, RF300C-11400. I could look up a replacement for that motor, and we could go from there. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to take a picture of this motor. It looks like a standard motor. Like, there's nothing too special looking about it. Let's see if I could get all the details. Yeah, so it looks, if it's the motor, which I suspect it is, then hopefully this is easily fixable. This motor is a very powerful magnet. Yeah, so here, let me, there's this little clip thing here. Let me get that out of there. So that clip goes on the right. So this is when I'm watching this video later on to figure out how I put this thing back together. This little clip goes on this side. That's the right side. Okay. I don't know how, honestly, how I would test this motor otherwise other than shoving voltage through it. I'm not about to do that because, it is very stiff, but there's no electricity going through it. So the board would regulate the type of power that's sent to it and everything. Now that I have the board separated, you could see there is some white residue in here. I don't know if anything's leaking or what, but these two boards are very compact together. They are connected. I'm not about to really take them apart, but yeah. The motor WD-40, I don't know if it's just that though. It is stiff, but I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's like getting loose as I'm twirling it around. Yeah, let me see what I could do. I do have some things I could test. Remove some of these cables here. Got our little box of tricks here. Got some cable. Let's see. Got all sorts of things here. Let me do something. Let me move the camera on the tripod, but let me move it closer to here so it's not like you're not missing out what I'm doing here. Hold on. Let me move this table a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if just reseating it would do anything. I don't want to put it all the way back together and oopsie, the power cord fell off the MacBook here. Ugh. I don't want to just reseat it and then put it back together and realize that didn't do anything. But let's see what we could do here. If I could at least test the battery. That go in, maybe. Okay. Then we need another one. So I'm going to try and plug a battery into it. I have these little leads that are helpful. So we have a black and we have a purple. That's close enough. All right. Guess we could take a battery out of the base. Where did I put the base? There it is. See you, Tosh. Thanks for joining. Let's use one of these batteries. We'll start with one. And black, I assume, is ground, so that would go to minus, and red would go to positive. Anybody disagree? Before I electrocute myself? So black would go to positive. I'm sorry, black would go to negative. Red would go to positive. I'm not hearing anything. Shouldn't matter. All right, well, let's see what works. Well, attaching. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly here. I see no movement at all. Let me try the other way. No movement at all from the battery. I don't know how much voltage this thing would need, to be honest, but oh, you know what? I have this remote control. Here's a trick. I'm going to probe one end and probe the other. No, nothing. Yeah, I don't see the motor doing anything. Try another AA. It may require 3 volts. Yeah, I'm just trying 2 AAAs, but hold on. I have a remote control here. Because I'm essentially using the remote control as a battery holder. I'm assuming that's crazy enough to work, but who knows? Maybe I'm insane. So with 2 batteries, assuming this setup is supposed to work here, not getting anything. So, huh. Do I have I had a battery holder, but I was using it. It's not really a battery holder. Yeah, I don't think I actually have a battery holder. Right, not accessible right now, at least. So that is unfortunate. Oh, wait. What did I see? Oh, this is a battery holder, but for a like a PRAM battery. I don't think that's going to help. Yeah, it should do something. So that's what makes me think is if the motor's dead, because the disc wasn't spinning at all. At least this motor should be the easiest thing to replace out of the thing. I would hope. I do have a CD player I could rip a motor out of. I just don't know if it would be the same one. I don't know how specific motors are. Yeah, but I guess we can't do much else. The motor part number. Let's see. There's a few numbers on here. There's a RF-300C-11400. So I'm gonna actually Google that while I'm talking about it. RF-300C-11400. Let's see if that pops up any results. Yes, it does. $3 for a low motor. So that's probably it. Yeah, 3 volt DC motor. Yeah, so it looks like that came up with a match right away. And there's a number below it, EB593420, but that's probably like a date number. Yeah, so it might just be the motor. Let's hope. Because the thing powered on, so that's good. And yeah, I guess that's what we could try. Yeah, 3.3 volts. Actually, this says D/V 5.9 for whatever that means. But the spec sheet here says it's a 3 volt DC motor, 2400 RPM. Terminal type 3-inch wires. Yeah, so, huh. My only problem is if I ordered the motor and it doesn't work, I don't know what else I'd do. Because, yeah. Yeah, because this thing is really. I honestly don't know how to take this motor off because there's a plate here. There's a plate here that the CD spindle rests on. See if I can put my fingernail under there. I don't think it's gonna loosen up. There's like this plastic holder thing. I don't know if it's glued in there or what. I'm gonna Google it. Someone has had to replace one of the motors in here before, so I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. Yeah, I actually do have a portable CD player that I bought for my grandmother, and there was a motor in it. I don't know if it's the same one because it's a newer one. It's from like the early 2000s, so I don't know if the motor would be the exact size, but it is possible. It is possible. I could probably just order the exact part off eBay for a few bucks. That's probably what I'll do after the stream. But yeah, let me just put that over there. Yeah, so let me back the camera up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I hope that was interesting to you guys because I want this to work. It'll be cool to have a power CD that works. Sorry we couldn't plug it into the iPod Hi-Fi or anything. That would have been fun. But I mean, sometimes things just don't work. But it does turn on. So Nick, I'm happy about that. We'll see if we could get that motor working. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. I'm failing to see any major damage to this board. That's fun to watch. Truth be told, you said, how do we plug the power C into the power Hi-Fi? And you did, yeah. So I did plug it in, but it didn't really do anything. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is there's a lot of residue on this board. Very minor. It just looks like drying of old solder pads. That really looks like the worst of it. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think. I mean, really, I don't know what to make of it. But besides this one area here that has brown all over it, I don't see anything else. No, yeah, I'm not risking anything. So, yeah, I mean, besides like the brown goo, like right in this area here, I don't think I see anything else on the board. So I'm going to actually just get a little container, and I'm going to put all these parts in that container. I'm going to leave everything disassembled until I get the replacement motor. And we'll probably do a video on replacing the motor because I want to get this thing to work. I want a portable SCSI hard drive, a CD drive. I want to use it with my PowerBook. That's the whole point I got this thing. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, thank you, Philip. I appreciate it. So that's about it. As I draw to a close, does anybody have any questions that I have not already answered? Or do you have anything that you'd like to see on the stream? Whether in a streamed episode or a scripted video or something like that. Any ideas, any thoughts? Anything at all? So that you don't want to see? Yeah, it could be flux residue, especially after all these years. It could simply be residue like that. That's very, very possible. It's something that I can look into because if when I cleared this off, you could see how dirty that became. So that could definitely be stuff. More is Laserdisc stuff. You want to see more Laserdisc stuff? Okay. Well, I do have a Laserdisc player. That'll be in an upcoming video. I have a disc that is meant to be controlled by a Macintosh, and then you use the Macintosh to control what chapter and what segment you want to see on the disc, which is pretty cool. So that's what I want to play around with. That'll be fun because it comes with software and everything, and you basically load up the Mac with like a HyperCard stack, and you put in the Laserdisc. You have a special player that has a communications excuse me, a communications port on it, and that communications port connects to a serial port on your Macintosh, and then you can control the disk via that, which is pretty neat. I think that's pretty cool. Jay just doesn't like HyperCard. He doesn't understand it, man. He doesn't understand it. You've chosen to come back here. What I miss? Just wrapping up. You didn't miss much. But yeah, so that would be pretty cool to play around with. I have the player. Actually, it's right. It's this thing right here. It's pretty cool. It's big. So, yeah. And what else do we say here? What's my white whale machine? Did you ever come across a Pro Speakers extension cable? No, but extension cable for that is basically just a regular headphone extension cable and some an extra ground connector. So nothing I couldn't rig myself if you know wanted to. Oh, hello. Yeah, we took apart a power CD because it didn't work, and I have to order a new motor because we think that's the culprit. Yeah. So as far as the machines, I don't really have any that I really need. It'd be cool if I saw like a Macintosh Portable or something like that. Yeah, I mean nothing crazy. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a free Macintosh Portable or a Lisa or something or a TAM, 20th anniversary Macintosh. But I'm not actively looking for them. I can't afford those things anyway. Those things always command a crazy high price. But yeah, how's the weather there? Rainy and cold. Rainy and cold. But yeah, I assume it's the motor on this. Actually, when I turn this, I see the yeah. So I want to separate that. But yeah, yeah. I hope to get the Power CD working. If I get it working, oh, I thought you said somebody bought the portable, Nick. I'll have to contact you. I thought you said somebody bought the portable. That's why I didn't make you an offer on it. So it went or what or oh, okay. So somebody bought it then. Good luck. Hopefully they can fix it because those are a bit of a beast to try and fix. So I wish whoever bought that machine good luck because they were a little finicky. They're a little finicky. Where was I? Yeah, so hope to get the motor for that. Hopefully that'll fix that. Yeah, really, I don't need any other machines. I have to recap the ones I have. That's what I have to do. I have to order capacitors. That's what I have to do. Hey Jay, if you're still here, did you ever tinker around with that Power Mac that you were trying to recap? I think it was a Centris or something. Recap party, woo! I know you recapped it a bit, but I don't know if you went any further than that. I know your desk is always full of crap, all different stuff to tinker with. So I don't know if you ever revisited that. I was just curious because I don't remember at all. I'm looking over here because the laptop screen's over there. Recap my 2CI. Recap mine first. That was the first episode of this channel. I recapped my 2CI and I sort of got it to work. Well, 2CX. I kind of got it to work. It turns on now, but none of the new bus slots work, unfortunately. You're looking at it and saying, why do I still have this? Because it's awesome. That's why. Do an Apple IIgs video. Okay. Yeah, I just removed the batteries on my Apple IIgs. Thankfully, they didn't leak. They were all soldered on, so that would have been bad if they leaked. I love my Apple IIgs. They're awesome machines. I have two of them, and then I have a parts one that doesn't work. Maybe we could try and fix that. Maybe it needs a recapping or something. All right, Jay, we'll talk. Yeah, the Apple IIgs, those systems are great. I got one with the box and accessories and the keyboard, the mouse, all the documentation for like $25 back in like 2004, 2005, something like that. Insane price. I still have it. That's the one that works. It has some markers on it, like writing on it. Like it was definitely used, but it was pretty good. Obtain a B box or a Nextcube. Ken from the Computer Clan has a Nextcube. Subscribe to his channel. I think he did a few videos on the Nextcube, or he's doing a few on them. That's pretty cool. B-Box. I never played around with BOS or that stuff. I really had no idea what it was back in the day. But probably should watch a video on it or two. But yeah, so we've been going for like 2 hours and 30 minutes here. So I'm about to cut it off here. Any other questions before we say goodnight? It's been a long weekend for me, so. Do you have an Apple One? No, I do not have an Apple One. Do you have an Apple II Plus? I got one for free last year, but it needs a power supply. Power supply should not be any problem to find for that. You just need. There's a guy on one like Low End Mac or the Facebook Marketplace or one of those things that had a 2E power supply. Or maybe it was a 2 Plus. I forget. But those you might be able to fix up. Yeah, I'm up for UT in a little bit. I gotta like take a break, but I'm up for UT in like 30 minutes if you want to do that. Yeah. I guess we'll end it there unless anybody else has any final questions. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and taking a look at all the stuff I had to play around with, and this turned into a dissection video of a power CD. But we got to play around with it and see what makes it tick. Pretty sophisticated technology for 1993, so that's pretty cool. All right, cool. Well, I guess I'm going to sign off there again. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters, Jay being one of them. Thank you, and a few others in the chat that are hanging out there. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/Mac84. You could also, keep up with me on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is Mac84TV. And of course, if you like these videos, subscribe, give that a thumbs up in the little window thing there. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so. That would be cool. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for hanging around with me for 2.5 hours. And I hope you learned something. And I didn't drop too many things. So that's a good thing, right? Bye, everyone. Take care, guys. And have a good night. Have a good few hours left of your weekend, hopefully. And I'll see you next time sometime soon. Take care. Oh, and have a happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate it. See ya.